Just last weekend, I finally bit the bullet and got a camera I've wanted for a very long time now, the Fuji x100f. I've only had it for a weekend, and I can already tell why so many people rave about this camera and this line of cameras from Fuji. I've been into photography for a couple years now, and when you get into a new skill or hobby, as you learn more about it, your sort of preferences for the tools change over time. And ever since being introduced to film photography, I felt more distant from maybe the more digital high-end cameras, kind of like the Sony I'm filming on right now. I like them for video, but for photography, they feel automatic and they lack certain character. And while I do enjoy the photos that I've taken with the Sony cameras so far, I don't know, it's hard to explain, I guess. It's no excuse not to take photos, but there's something about cameras like this where it just makes you enjoy and love the act of photography. And I kind of want to just bring this everywhere with me. But you hear this a lot recently in the photography world, how the more modern cameras get with, 800 point autofocus and 60,000 megapixels, that it at what point do you just don't need all of that? Like it removes from the art itself, and in a lot of ways it kind of just takes the enjoyment out of photography. Now don't get me wrong, there's definitely a time and situation for cameras like those, but I think if you're looking for the sort of gap between modern and cameras of the past, I think Fuji have really nailed the perfect in-between. I know this topic's been talked about a lot previously, but I just kind of wanted to throw my 2 cents in. I think first, it's definitely the allure of the styling and look of the camera. It does look very retro, old school. I think a lot of people think it is a film camera, and you hear a lot that people are very open and warm to a camera like this, that it's not a big DSLR, it doesn't look like a super modern camera, and especially all of the buttons. I don't even need to look at the back LCD. I can look at the camera and immediately tell what settings I'm using, and I just love that. I love the clickiness of everything. And then I think secondly, the colors and the JPEGs, which you hear a lot of people who rave about Fuji talk about, but they're right. From just the past weekend alone, the photos I've taken, besides maybe me underexposing them and having to lift the shadows in post, I look at them and I don't even feel the need to touch them. And I've yet to really mess around with the raw files yet, but the JPEGs have been fine, and especially for kind of what I'm using this for, which is just a walk around everyday, bring with you photos of family kind of camera. It's perfect. And then the built-in film simulations, if you get your exposure pretty correct, it's a joy. And I like editing raw files and getting my own personal sort of look to my images, but having a camera, that can kind of do that, it's nice. Editing can get kind of tedious, so knowing I can just, bring this out and just start shooting and get great photos is a relief. I think just generally, if you want to learn more about the specifics of this camera, I'm sure you can find it, but I'll just add to the sentiment that it's just really enjoying to use. Just the ease of functions, the pictures that come out of it, sort of just enjoy carrying it with me like it's portable. I can't rave about it enough, and I've only just started to kind of learn the ins and outs of it, and I can't wait to take more photos with it. But I think on a deeper level, just as a final point here, what is good photography? Does it need all of these sort of features that we're led to believe it needs? Or is something that looks like this, telling a good story and composition, enough? But I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. If you want to see more of my photos, I'll probably be posting more on my Instagram. You can follow me at Thomas J. Radigan. And thanks for watching.